Dead. Gruesome.
After completing Aria of Sorrow a few weeks ago now, I was very curious about jumping into Dawn of Sorrow because we've moved on to the Nintendo DS, so we've got a hell of a lot more power this time, with better visuals, better sound, more game, because the memory constraints aren't there anymore. And while it doesn't stack up to Symphony of the Night, not for me personally, nothing has so far, it's got better animation, it's got better control, better graphics, a better story. It has a lot of things going for it that really make it stand tall above Aria of Sorrow. So why don't I think it's better than Aria of Sorrow? And it all comes down to design choices, things that were implemented that shouldn't have been, things that just really rub me the wrong way about this game. Now, let me just make this clear. I haven't played every single Igavania style Castlevania. I've played a lot of them at this point, but there's not a single one that I haven't enjoyed, and Dawn of Sorrow is no different. Enjoyed it from start to finish. There's just little things about it where I'm kind of like, why? Why is it like this? Let's get the obvious one out the way. It's staring you in the face. What is with the horrible, generic anime portraits for the characters? There's also an opening cutscene when you turn the game on. Now, I knew this going in because while this is a first time playthrough of Dawn of Sorrow, I have played Portrait of Ruin in the past. And that game has atrocious art design too. And I know why it was done. I just want to know why it was done. What were we thinking going into this? Do we really... Was appealing to little teenagers really worth dropping such classic gothic? Because it's, let's be real, the art style used from Symphony onwards, it has a little bit of anime flavor. It does, but it really leans into the gothic style, so it really fits what Castlevania is. So when you pull that away and you turn it into this, it's just kind of like, I don't know, it's just presentation-wise, it really hurts it. Now, it doesn't hurt the visuals, the sprite quality, the backgrounds, they all look great. They don't look Symphony of the Night great, but they're really a huge step up from Aria of Sorrow. Again, like I said, the story is really good. It's more engaging here than it ever has been before. It jumps the gun a little bit at the start. It's kind of like, whoa, what the hell's going on here? It's just like, jump here, say this, say that. All of a sudden you're at the castle. It's like, all right, calm down. But from that point onwards, it's really good. It also has, by far, the best second campaign. It's a second campaign that actually, like, plays into the story, too. So if you get a particular bad ending, there's so many different endings in this game. If you get a particular bad ending in this game, your next playthrough, it unlocks Julius mode, so you can be Julius Belmont and you're trying to stop Soma Cruz. How cool is that? Usually it's just a generic character swap, no leveling up, just traverse the castle again as Richter or something. Very generic, very just meh. But this Julius mode, I think this is the best one yet. It also fixes some issues that I have with the game that you've just seen. The magic seal. Oh, what were the thing? Oh, this is so bad. This is the worst of the things that I can't stand about Dawn of Sorrow. If you're fighting a boss, you've got to do a magic seal. Now, this would have been more annoying, I'd imagine, on the DS because you would have to use the touchscreen. Here, you don't have to. You've just got to press certain button combinations. But it's still annoying. It really is. Now, I prefer the button combinations than drawing on the screen, to be honest, but I would prefer if it just wasn't in the game. Because, now listen, if you had to do it and it would error and then you had to just do it again, it would be one thing. It would be like, why do you have to do this? This is just annoying. But you specifically have to do it because if you don't get it wrong, the boss regenerates and you have to fight it again and kill it again, and you don't get all your health back. And it's like, right, so the bosses in this game are really cool. There's some really good set pieces where you're like falling through floors and whatnot. There's some good mechanics around them. They're extremely easy think this is the easiest Castlevania so far, to be honest. I never ever felt under-leveled. I never felt like the equipment was bad. I really don't like how equipment's handled in this game also. Right, I'm gonna sound like I'm bitching a lot about this game, but trust me, I did enjoy it. It's still a good Castlevania game. It's a really good Castlevania game. It's still a top tier game. It's just these little niggly things, man. It's just like, it's got growing pains and it just keeps making bad choices. I don't know what Iga was thinking with some of this stuff, but it is what it is. So some of these bosses are really easy. So I get it. You beat them and then you mess the seal up. You got to fight them again, and they're already easy anyway. So what difference does it make? It's just tedious. It's really, really, really tedious. Let's stop with a negative just for a split second and jump straight into a positive. The soundtrack is insanely good. Not only have we got rid of the GBA horrible quality of sound, we've got some really quality music. I don't think there was a bad track in the whole game. Some places got remixes from classic Castlevania. There's new stuff. Oh, it's just so good. There's a lot of good stuff. I really like the one that plays during the tower, the clock tower. That is so good. And what a good soundtrack. Castlevania never ceases to amaze me with its soundtrack. It's something we've lost in modern gaming where soundtracks are concerned. They've all just kind of like faded away. But Castlevania, man, it's a breath of fresh air to play something that I haven't necessarily played before and just hear some good tunage. But enough of the positive, let's go back into a negative, right? So I didn't explore the entirety of the castle this time, and the reason being is because there's just some nonsense around it where you've got to use there's slot machine walls. Now I was trying to figure this out and I couldn't figure it out for the life of me, so I googled it to find out what the answer was, because that's just how I roll. I'm not going to keep headbutting walls. I'm like, what the hell do I do to get this door to open? And apparently I have to make my money has to match the combination on the door. The last 3 digits has to be the combination for the door or it won't open. And it's like, yeah, fuck that shit. I'm not doing that. No way am I deliberately messing with me money to make it match the number and then go back to the door. It's like, nah, I'm good. That stuff like that really holds this back. The things with a touch screen hold it back. But other than that, it's a really good game. It has a million different endings that are just totally unnecessary. I got one bad ending, and then I was like, well, that was far too soon to be ending the game. Turns out I missed an entire boss to be able to go into a mirror to not kill the enemy that I was trying to kill. That opened up another section of the game where I got another bad ending, which got me the Julius mode, so I figured got past that because it tells you what to do. When you get that bad ending, what's good about that ending is like it tells you what to do to not have that happen. So you just go back, you equip something, you get past that next bit, and then there's like, I feel like it was like another four bosses before the end. It was like crazy. The fact that usually when you get to the very end boss, Symphony of the Night, of course, where it turns the castle upside down, this one really did kind of like draw itself out. But I'm not going to sit here and tell you I wasn't enjoying the entire ride. I had a good time from start to finish. There's just little things really holding this game back. It could have been a masterpiece, but instead it decided to just be like another great Castlevania game. Now I know, like I've said in previous reviews, like I did with Circle of the Moon, you've done it the first playthrough, you can't stand it, but you play it again and again and again, and you really just, all the negatives that you've experienced this first time through might go straight out the window, and I might just not care enough and be like, this game is absolutely superb. Because honestly, it's really got an engaging story, great animation control. It's just a really good Igavania. It might be my least favourite so far though, if I'm being perfectly honest. And that's crazy to say. But again, no bad games here. Not a single bad Castlevania game so far from me. Loved every single one, and this is no different, but this might be my least favourite so far. Anyway, I know Aria and Dawn big favourites in the Castlevania community. So let me know down below if Dawn is like your favourite and I've just said absolute nonsense and you hate me now. Down below, If you think Ori is better and whatnot, because I genuinely think Ori is way better than this personally. But it is what it is. Anyway, if you're new here, subscribe. Let me know down below how you feel about Dawn of Sorrow. But that's all I got, people. I'll catch you later.